So here we are in chapter 200, which is tips and prongs, and on the facing page you'll see the American flag, which again lets us know if we do not have a laser machine and we're using a torch, which majority of jewelers are using today. There are only 3 stones that can take heat from a torch. Those would be colors of red, white, and blue, and those are ruby, sapphire, and diamond, and all the stones have to be faceted. You cannot heat on a cabochon ruby or a cabochon blue sapphire. If they're faceted, you can. Otherwise, the stones will have to be removed, and there are charges to remove and reset the stone, and you would find those charges in addition to the labor to put in tips and prongs in chapter 700. So now if we turn the page for the 2 facing pages, on the left on page 201, you'll see tips and prongs, and there's 2 types of charges, one doing it with a torch and the other one doing it with a laser. So you can see here that, let me make this a little bit bigger for us. You can see here that doing it with a torch, the first tip in 14 karat is $30, and then each additional tip is $17. And then the 11th and on, the 11th tip and on is $7. So your first tip is $30, and tips 2 through 10 will only be $17, and then $7 for 11th and on. This way the customer gets a break to do a tip, to do multiple tips. So we do it by 14 karat in silver. It's the same price. The next section is 18 karat. At the very bottom you notice it's platinum, and for the most part if you're using platinum you'll probably have to take the stone out because platinum solder uses a lot of heat. 14 karat gold repair is about 1500 degrees and platinum is 3300 degrees, and that could ruin a diamond, for sure ruin a colored stone. In those for instances, some people will use 20 karat white gold solder to fix it. It's somewhere in between the 14 karat and platinum, and it's pretty durable. It will have to be rhodium plated. These prices do not include rhodium plating the ring. This is just to do the repair and polish it. Then if you look on page 2, you'll see a picture of the difference between a tip and a prong. And if you look over here, you notice that the picture for a tip is there is a little bit of metal over on the tip. There's just a little bit left here and it gets built up. That's why it's only 30. Over here is a prong. There is no metal over the diamond, and the jeweler has to put something similar to a brick of gold on top and then get it all fixed up for him. So that's more money because it's more work. It's $36. It's more work and it's also more metal. Over here on the right is channel repair, and this is to fix the channels on a channel set ring. And to repair it, the jeweler will put like a stick of gum, if you will, down both sides to repair a worn out channel. The price is not per channel, it is per stone. It is per stone. So this ring shows 3 stones here. So to rebuild both sides is $69 per stone. So you would multiply 69 times 3, it would be $207 to replace the gold on here, finish it, and polish it. Again, if it's white gold, you have to charge extra for that. When it gets over 7 stones, we give a terrific discount down to $26 for each additional stone. And then you'll notice the price for the laser, and remember again, the laser welding, it's 50% more for the laser because it does take longer. But one advantage of the laser, if these were emeralds, you would not have to take the stones out. Whereas over here at the $69, in addition to that, you have to remove and reset the stones if they're not ruby, sapphire, or diamond. And that is it for chapter 200. Let's take a break and we'll continue on with chapter 300.